Good morning. I'll deal with about four different matters today. The first is that no, I'm not campaigning because not one of the new parties have disclosed its manifesto. If the manifestos doesn't have anything to do with taking back our country and letting the people of this nation inherit its resources, I have no interest in campaigning for anyone. The way I see it, anyone who meet with the Treasury Department of the United States, the FBI, and the CIA, anyone is compromised. I said I will campaign with the Mohammeds and Mr. Lal, and that is based on the fact that Mr. Lal believes in taking back our resources. That over with. Second part, America does not have oil. They have depleted their strategic oil reserves by half over the past 4 years. And now they are trying to replenish it. If you have oil, how come your strategic reserves are depleted? How come during COVID, you claim you couldn't produce oil in your country during COVID, but you were producing it here and shipping it to your country, thousands of miles away, and shipping it to your country, but you cannot produce it in your own country? You know, it's like faking the moon landing and then try to, hype black people by making the movie The Hidden Figures. Remember that? So if there was no moon landing, what were those ladies calculating? Think. Good. Third thing, a lot of people are angry that I mentioned Moody in a couple of videos. I want you to go back in history and find out what time the Muslim conquered Persia, present-day Iran. And you would understand why Moody is backing the Zionist. And while you're at that, go and check what time Persia conquered India. And while you're at that, check the history of an Indo-European population that migrated all over Asia and Europe between 2000 and 1500 AD. BC. Go check it. You see, don't be angry. Because what Churchill said, remember what Churchill said, when a higher race enters a land, whoever is there must leave. I do not blame anyone else other than the leaders of this nation. No. They have led us down a path of destruction and slavery. Okay? What you don't know, the Aryans, the RSS in India, and the Saxons are the same people. Remember the conversation between Churchill and Wallace? VP Wallace in the White House in the United States, there were only two groups of people who were recognized as humans: Aryans and the Saxons. The last thing I want to touch on is something that's been bothering me for a while. To all the teachers, let me make it clear. Teach your children in such a way that, I say your children because you're a teacher, and the kids that come to the school are your children too. Teach them in such a way that you could find wherever they are creative. Okay? Don't push stuffs to them that they cannot handle. Why I'm telling you this is that I saw, mothers coming home from work 5 and 6 and 7 o'clock, and they have to rush into the backyard, find leaves and put it in folders and all that. Come on. And for 3 and 4 years old, that's nonsense. The attention span of a 2 to 3 year old is less than 2 minutes. From 2 to 4 years old is about 4 minutes. Less than that sometimes. Sometimes the attention span of a 5 to 10 years is just 5 minutes. Smart modern nations. You don't have to be rich to be modern. Modernization starts here. Teach your children about their surrounding. Take them out to the fields. Let them learn how to keep the environment clean. Teach them respect. When I used to go to school, everybody that comes into the class, good morning, sir. Everyone. If a teacher is standing by the door, that teacher overlooking for the morning, every student that passed or every pupil that passed would tell that teacher, good morning. Good morning, miss. Good morning, sir. Nowadays, man, they just rush. No manners. Our education system has failed us. Look at the air finale. Look at the way he speaks to people. Look what he did to that young Amerindian reporter. I'm talking about the time when he asked the guy about house lock. You guys have a good day. I love you all.